So this guy was climbing a mountain one day when something completely unexplainable happened. You see, Gary Snyder had been trying to reach the top of the tallest mountain in Oregon, Mount Hood, with his friend. When they finally got there, the two celebrated and then decided to actually spend the night there. But when Gary and his friend woke up the next day, they were really spooked to find a morning newspaper and some fresh milk sitting right outside their tent. You see, they'd been the only two people on Mount Hood the night before. Since the top of Mount Hood was more than 11,000 feet in the air, there was also no way someone had managed to deliver these while they were sleeping. And since Gary and his friend just couldn't come up with a logical explanation, they were kind of freaked out and quickly climbed back down the mountain. As decades went by, Gary figured he would never get an explanation. But more than 50 years later, his friend Ross Petrie finally gave an explanation. You see, Ross had apparently heard that Gary and his friend were going to stay at the top of Mount Hood that night. So since he was an experienced climber, he decided to pull a legendary prank on them. He spent 6 hours climbing to the top of the mountain himself while they were sleeping, and then dropped off the fresh newspaper and milk before quickly leaving. And Ross then let his friends think for 50 years that it was aliens or something.